In this video I'll be showing you how to activate the Nikolai Portrait Easter Egg on the map Classified. In order to do this you're going to first need to get the Bowie knife. Open up down to the laboratories. Once you get down here, go into the room that says weapon testing. This is next to the bottom elevator. Once you go inside here, straight away through the door you will see the Bowie knife here on this little wall. You will need to buy it for 3,000 points. Once you bought the Bowie knife, head up to the top area of the map. We're going to need to knife 5 portraits that are wonky scattered around the upper areas. They're in the following locations. Starting from the conference room, if we come over to the left hand side here, inside of the deserted hallway, you'll see this wonky portrait here. Knife it with the Bowie knife to straighten it. Coming over from that portrait back into the main conference room, if we walk along here, you'll notice the next wonky portrait right here. Going from the conference room over to the right hand side with the side passageway, you'll notice your next portrait just here. Carrying on through into the central filing at the back of the room here, you'll notice the next portrait here. And then finally coming over into the main offices, you'll notice the final portrait here. Once you knife this portrait, you will hear this noise. You need to activate all the DEFCON switches and go to the panic room. In order to do this, you'll need to activate every DEFCON switch within the war room. They're in the following locations. In the upper war room, just coming from the first elevator spot, you come over to the left here, you'll find your first DEFCON switch here. Use your interactive button of FX or square to activate it. Moving on from there, down past the Spitfire wall by, you'll find your second DEFCON switch just here. Moving on down the stairs, you'll find over here on the left hand side your next DEFCON switch. This is just next to the downstairs elevator. And then finally, going past the middle of the room's teleporter and the Easter egg mainframe, if you come into the new area, which is the server room at the back of the room here, on the wall is your final DEFCON switch. Once you've hit all the switches, you'll notice if you've activated Pack-a-Punch that the teleporter in the middle of the room will show the Pack-a-Punch symbol. You need to ignore this teleporter. Instead, go back into the back of the server room. You will notice that the other teleporter is showing the panic room symbol. Jump into this teleporter. Once you've head into the panic room, head over to this hallway over here, and you'll notice this giant picture of Ultimus Richtofen. If you come over to the left hand side here, you'll notice this blacked out portrait. Walk up to it and use your interactive button of FX or square. When you do so, the picture over here that was blacked out will now have Primus Nikolai on it. And you will notice that the picture that had Ultimus Richtofen in it is now blacked out. This is an Easter egg that refers to the storyline that carried on after Classified. And this is basically showing that Richtofen was replaced by Primus Nikolai as the head of the group. Anyway, this is the small little Easter egg that exists here. I hope you guys found it interesting and useful, and I will see you all in the next one.
Now,
Intruders on the base. Hangar full.
now we must go, quickly. There is a war to be fought.
War? What kind of war?
A war, unlike